Hello and welcome to the relationships section of the National 5 video tutorials. Today we're going to look at solving quadratic equations. So the kind of quadratic equations you normally have to solve as part of National 5 are these trinomials here. What you need to do in order to figure out how these factorize, first of all, is you need to look at the signs. So we've got a plus and a plus in that first example. The two pluses mean that both of our signs in our brackets are going to be plus as well. So we're going to draw in our brackets, plus and plus in the middle. We're looking for two things that multiply to make 10, but add together to make 7. Okay, so two things that times together to make 10, add together to make 7. That's going to be 2 and 5. And x go in our first position. Okay, so that's equal to 0. After we've got that, we can solve this by equating each of our brackets equal to 0. Right, if x plus 2 is equal to 0, then x must equal negative 2. If x plus 5 is equal to 0, then x must equal negative 5. And that's our two solutions for our quadratic equation. Okay, in the second example, it's much the same. We've got a plus and a minus this time. If there's a plus in the second position, that means both of our signs are the same, and the minus means that both of our signs are negative. So we can set up our brackets again. I'm going to put in the x's this time as well. Oh, this is going to be equal to 0. So x minus something is equal to 0. Two things that multiply together to make 18 that add together to make 9 are going to be 6 and 3. So we've got that x minus 6 is equal to 0, and x minus 3 is also equal to 0. If x minus 6 equals 0, then x is equal to 6. If x minus 3 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 3. Okay, and those are our two solutions. So with these type of equations, you should always get two solutions. You should make sure that you set each of your brackets equal to 0, so that you can then be a little bit more detailed in your answer for these as well. Okay. So that being said, here are some examples for you to have a go at. They all have pluses in the second position, meaning that your brackets are going to be either plus brackets or minus brackets. Pause the video here because I'll give you the answers in just a couple of seconds. So here we go. Question 1, you should have got an answer of minus 6 and minus 2. Question 2, minus 3 and minus 4. Question 3, minus 9 and minus 2. Question 4, minus 6 and minus 5. Question 5, minus 7 and minus 3. Question 6, 8 and 4. Question 7, 10 and 4. Question 8, 6 and 7. Question 9, 7 and 8. And question 10, 9 and 5. Okay, so now let's deal with quadratic equations that have a negative in the second position. That means we're going to have one of each sign, so we can go ahead and start off our brackets again. We're going to have 1 minus, we're going to have 1 plus. That's going to be equal to 0. Oops. There we go. Okay, so we're looking for two things that multiply together to make 24 that have a difference of 2. Okay, they have to be 2 apart in order to add together to make negative 2. The bigger one is going to be negative as well because we've got a negative number of x's in our middle term. So, two things that times together to make 24 that are 2 apart, that's going to be 6 and 4. We want the bigger one to be negative, so we want negative 6 and positive 4. We can then go ahead and complete our two little equations here. Minus 6 equals 0 and x plus 4 equals 0. That means the x has to be positive 6 or x has to be negative 4. Those are our two answers there. Okay, we're going to do the second one as well. So we're looking for two things that are multiplying together to make 36 but are 5 apart. Here we go. So we've got our x minus and our x plus brackets, and that's equal to 0. Oops. 36, two things that times together to make 36 that are 5 apart. are 9 and 4. We want the bigger one to be positive since we have a positive number of x's in our middle term. So we want the 9 to be with the plus and the 4 to be with the minus. That means that x minus 4 equals 0, or x plus 9 is equal to 0. If x minus 4 is equal to 0, then x is equal to positive 4. If x plus 9 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 9. And those are our two solutions. Okay, so much the same as our previous examples, this time with a negative in the second position instead of a positive. And here are your examples. Make sure again that you put your middle step in, that you equate each of the brackets equal to 0, and then solve. Each of these should have two answers, and you should have a plus and a minus in your brackets. Pause the video now, and I'll reveal the answers in just a couple of moments. Okay, so your solution to question 1 is negative 7 and positive 5. Your solution to number 2 is negative 7 and positive 4. Your solution to number 3 is negative 8 and positive 2. Your solution to number 4 is negative 12 and positive 2. And your solution to number 5 is negative 7 and positive 6. For number 6, you should have negative 2 and positive 9. For number 7, you should have negative 5 and positive 9. For number 8, you should have negative 9 and positive 10. For number 9, you should have negative 2 and positive 7. And for number 10, you should have negative 4 and positive 15. So here's a quick exam style question that has this kind of skill as part of it. We've got a decorator's logo which is rectangular and measures 10 centimeters by 6 centimeters, consists of 3 rectangles, one red, one yellow, one blue. The yellow rectangle measures 10 centimeters by x centimeters. The width of the red rectangle is x centimeters, and you need to show that the area A of the blue rectangle is given by the expression A equals x squared minus 16x plus 60. Okay, so in order to do this, we need to figure out the side lengths of the blue rectangle. So our blue rectangle here, on the top we have 10 centimeters, but it's not the full 10 centimeters, it's 10 centimeters minus this x centimeters at the bottom here. So 10 minus x is our length of our blue rectangle, and the depth of the blue rectangle is 6. But it's not 6, it's 6 minus this x on the other side. So those are our two side lengths, okay? So here we go. If I write this out as area equals 10 minus x multiplied by 6 minus x, we start to form a picture of how to get the solution here. We're going to do a little bit of algebraic expansion. The reason why I've multiplied them together is because to find the area of a rectangle you need to multiply length by breadth. So if we multiply this out, we get 10 times 6, which is 60. We get 10 times minus x, which is minus 10x. We get minus x times positive 6, which is minus 6x. And we get minus x times minus x, which is plus x squared. If I rearrange this slightly, I get exactly what is above. We get x squared coming first, the minus 16x in the middle, because that's our 10x. Take away another 6x, and then our plus 60 on the end. Okay, so we've shown that our area for the blue rectangle is equal to that. The second part of this question then says the area of the blue rectangle is equal to 1/5 of the total area of the logo. Calculate the value of x. Well, we know that the area for our blue rectangle is x squared minus 16x plus 60. We also knew that the whole rectangle, the whole logo, was equal to 60 centimeters squared in area because it was 10 by 6. So we can put 60 in there if we wanted the whole area, but the area of the blue rectangle is equal to 1/5 of that. So what's 1/5 of 60? Well, 60 divided by 5 is 12. Okay, so that's our equation here, and we need to calculate the value of x. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to equate this to 0, because that's what we've been doing so far. We've been factorizing expressions that are equal to 0, and you need to have that before you can factorize an expression. So I'm going to take away 12 from here. I'm also going to take away 12 from here, and that will leave me with 0 on the right hand side. I get x squared minus 16x plus 48 is equal to 0. Okay, and now we're looking for two things that multiply together to make plus 48. So two things of the same sign, but they add together to make minus 16. So they're both going to be minus. We can set up our brackets with a minus and a minus. We need two things that multiply together to make 48, but they add together to make 16. So the answer there is going to be 12 and 4. So either x minus 12 is equal to 0, which would make x equal to 12, or x minus 4 is equal to 0, which would make x equal to 4. If we have a look at our rectangle, then we can see that the biggest side length in the rectangle is 10 centimeters long. So we cannot have a side length of 12 for our smaller rectangle. That means we need to make our little statement here, x must equal to 4. X equals 4 because that value fits in the logo. Okay, and that's our solution for this question. If you'd like to try a few standard examples like that, then you can find some at those past papers there. They are all downloadable for free from the SQA website. Keep studying, and thank you for watching this video.